Hello and welcome, friends, to the Technopark Toastmasters Club meeting number 82. I am Geetha and I will be the sergeant at arms for the day. Let me quote the mission of a Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and a positive learning. Toastmasters International is a non-profitable organization started by Ralph Medley to promote public speaking. Let me quote the mission of a Toastmasters Club. Toastmasters Club provide a supportive and a positive learning experiences in which the members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are certain ground rules which we need to follow during the meeting. Kindly refrain from making any references in your speech relating to religion, politics, and sex, which may hurt others' sentiments. Kindly switch off all noise-making devices, including mobile phones, or keep them in silent mode. Kindly avoid cross-talking when others are when speaker is speaking. And once again, I welcome all of you to the Technopark Toastmasters meeting number 82. Now, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Prakash, who is a consultant with Tata Elxsi, who is very passionate in public speaking for his presidential address. Over to you, Toastmaster Prakash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Happy Vishu. I hope you all had a wonderful Kani today, Vishu Kani. So, welcome to Technopark Toastmasters meeting number 80. Today, it is really a special day. I took up the challenge of TMOD, but unfortunately, I did not select the theme in accordance with the Vishu. But before that, let me do the duties of president first as a president of Technopark Toastmasters Club. Let me officially open this meeting. So I'll be the TMOD as well. So I'll start the duty of TMOD now. How many of you have hobbies or skills that you want to perfect without any reason, without any external pressures, without reasons such as for the sake of money or for the sake of fame? How many of you have such skills, and do you want to talk about it? Can I ask anyone to volunteer and talk about it? Hello, Bettina.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah, sure.
So even when you asked me for an intro yesterday, I told that I was an artist on the side, and on the background you will see all my pictures. So this is all I do during my free time. And I've always had people telling me that maybe I should take up commissioned works where I get paid, because I keep on drawing like every waking hour, and then why don't you do commissioned works? And I even tried it out, but then I realized that it is taking the fun out of it. Then when I get money from people for the work I do, then I am obligated to do it within a time frame, and that adds a pressure that gives me anxiety. And I really felt like it is sucking out the pleasure out of it, and I really stopped doing. I think I did like 2 to 3 commissioned works, and then I realized doing it for myself is what is giving me pleasure. Like, I don't do it entirely for myself. I draw pictures of other people and give it to them, give them portraits, and I see the happiness on their faces, and I believe that is what is giving me the satisfaction. And doing commissioned works definitely ruined the whole experiences for me. So yeah, drawing for myself is what is giving me the pleasure. And I don't know what I'm getting from it. People ask me why I am doing it so much. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think I myself when I don't draw.
Thank you, Bettina. I think you summarized what I wanted to talk about at the whole meeting. So anyway, thank you. Anyone else who would like to talk about your hobbies or anything that you do for the sake of yourself?
Yes,
Or anything for that matter.
yes, I would like to talk
Oh,
today.
great.
This is one of my recent pictures, what I have done 3 days back. This is because of my pressure in me that led to me to do this drawing. Basically, I used to do watercolors as well as ink with pen drawings. I also, as Bettina said, do with a greater joy and pleasure. It is not with the, it is not for the money I am doing. I have this, I am doing it for the past 15 years. I have so many collections, but I don't know the actual numbers. I didn't frame any one of these, but 2 or 3 pictures I did frame and is hung in my newly bought apartment. But it gives me a sense of joy, pleasure, happiness, and it is also a stress buster, I would say. And I would also recommend every parent that a child should be promoted with some kind of hobbies. They should inculcate the habit of hobbies in a child so that instead of going out and finding happiness in some other materialistic things, you can find joy in your own feet and heart.
Thank you, Geetha. So anyone else would like to talk about it? Nadraj or the Nadraj?
Yeah, fine. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Natraj. So, I don't have any such hobbies, but my main hobbies include playing cricket with my son and listening to music. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Anyone would like to go next?
Yeah, I like to go. I don't know it is a hobby or what, but I see it is a passion. So I think public speaking is my passion, and as others told, it is the opposite for me. I want to make the passion as my profession because currently I'm in a profession which I'm not interested. So I could feel that every day it is becoming difficult to work. But whereas if you work on something which you like to work and it is going to pay you back, it really added motivation. So I really want to merge these two, passion to profession. Thank you.
Thank you, Dev. So yeah, so I think we have a guest today. I'll brief what exactly is the Toastmasters meeting is. Toastmaster meeting is segregated into 3 segments. The first segment we will basically do a prepared speech, where uh, one will prepare in advance a speech and deliver it. It usually 5 to 7 minutes. We have one speech today. And the next segment is table topics, where all will get an opportunity to do an impromptu speech. And the third and final segment, and the most important segment, is evaluation, where you will get the evaluation of how you have done, how everyone has done in the meeting, from grammatical perspective as well as ahs and ums that you used, timing perspective, how you have structured all those things. So that's how the meeting is organized, and that's how it is organized in such a manner that it will basically help everyone to improve their communication. So, anyway, welcome Natraj to our meeting.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So, yeah, regarding the theme actually. So, why people are doing these kind of things is really an intriguing concept if you look at that for no reason except the self-satisfaction. So that's how the name was derived actually. There is a gold there, but it does not have value from the perspective of others. Illusionary gold, Maya. So with this, we will get into the evaluation, introduction of evaluation team, general evaluation team, and we will get into the prepared speeches and all those things. I'll talk about it more in later stages. So let me now invite general evaluator, Toastmaster Jisha, who is currently working in Santak. Yes. So Toastmaster Jisha, welcome, and the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prakash, and good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. For the benefit for the benefit of members and guests, I am the general evaluator today, and I conduct the evaluation portion of our meeting. I'll be calling on a team to assist me with giving feedback to our speakers, and I will evaluate the entire meeting as well. So help me welcome the first person in the tag team, timer. Today's timer is Geetha, and Toastmaster Geetha is professionally, she's a scientist with Kerala State Council of Science and Technology and Environment. And she also is a member of Women Inclusive in Technology. So Toastmaster Geetha.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Greetings, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Geetha, and I will be the timer for the meeting. As a timer, I will time all the speakers today, which includes prepared speeches, table topics, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using green, yellow, and the red pen, which denotes specific time remaining depending on their speech. For table topics, each speaker will be permitted only 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will be showing the green pen. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will be showing the yellow pen, and at 2 minutes, I will be showing the red pen. You will also get a grace period of 30 seconds to wind up, for which the red pen remains to be displayed until you finish and hand over the control back. For the prepared speech, each speaker will be permitted a time of 7 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I will show the green pen. 6 minutes, I will show the yellow pen. And at 7 minutes, I will show the red pen. And you will also get a grace period of 30 seconds. The individual evaluation should be between 2 and 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I will again show the green pen. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow pen. And at 3 minutes, I will show the red you and back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha, for this wonderful explanation. Now, next is our counter. Our counter is today's our counter is Toastmaster Arya Krishnan. She is currently pursuing her MBA at DCS Math Trivandrum, and her hobbies are watching movies, and especially the thriller ones is what she is very much interested in. And she also has an obsession for dancing. So over to you, Toastmaster Arya.
Good morning, all Toastmasters. So this is the second time I'm attending Technopark Toastmasters meeting. So today I'll be performing the role of our counter. And the purpose of our counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crush or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I'll listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I'll also listen for filler sounds, including and I'll also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, like that. And at the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Over to you, Gino, Toastmaster Gino.
Next in the tag team is Grammarian Sreejith. Sreejith is working with Alliance, and he's been in IT for more than a decade. He also enjoys watching movies and is interested in robotics. Over to you, Toastmaster Sreejith.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to the language use. I will take note of any improper language use, as well as outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is, so let me share my screen and show you. The word of the day is Zeal, Z-E-A-L. It's a noun. The meaning is great energy or enthusiasm in pursuit of a cause or an objective. Usage, I do have two examples listed here. The first one is her party has shown a zeal to agree to potentially controversial matters already. The second example is, in their zeal to protect the city against the new outbreak, the authorities targeted the insanity subjects they suspected of spreading the disease. I do have a couple of similar words listed here. It's enthusiasm and fondness. And each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I request the audience to acknowledge and applaud the speaker when the word of the day is used. I'll give the grammarian report when called upon during the meeting, along with the report of the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sreejith. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Prakash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha, for that and elaborate explanation. So before getting into our prepared speech, let me continue with the theme. Rosayan is our hero. He lives in Western Ghats along with his sidekick. It's a Ghats hilly area inside a forest, and he is into perfecting his art. He's not happy with what he produces. He wanted to create the best thing that he has ever produced, he has ever created. In his own words, he wanted to create an art that when God appears before him, he wants to give it to him. But what is it that he is doing in Western Ghats? What is the art that he is into? An unknown land. Even when his wife and kids left him, what is it that he is perfecting there? We will look into it later. Let us get into the prepared speech. Let me now invite the evaluator for our speaker day. The evaluator for today is Toastmaster Radhika. Radhika is a human resource professional. She is currently working as the head of HR at Ozone Nettle in Hyderabad, and she is a very seasoned public speaker. But more than that, from her speeches, you learn a lot of stuff, perhaps through osmosis by hearing her speech. So let me invite Toastmaster Radhika to share the objectives of the speech today. Toastmaster Radhika.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Prakash, for your kind words. And fellow Toastmasters, great Saturday morning. And I'm here to present the objectives of the prepared speech today. And high performance leadership is the pathway Dave is pursuing, innovative planning path. Level 5, Project 1. And this is the second speech. So in the second speech, the purpose of this project itself is for Dave to apply his leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. So this is his planning skills. In his first speech, the speaker has introduced his plan and vision on the topic. And it was delivered on 8th April, and now it is closely followed by the second speech. The purpose of the second speech is for the member to share some aspect of his experience in completing this project. Looking forward to listen to Speaker Toastmaster Dave, who has demonstrated zeal in his pursuance in public speaking. All the very best, and over to you. Back to Toastmaster. Back to Toastmaster Prakash.
Thank you, Radhika, for that really wonderful, detailed explanation of the objective speech. Today's speaker is Toastmaster Dev Balaji. Dev is someone whom you can look up always. He's a really passionate speaker and badminton player. He's a runner-up in our area contest, in our international speech contest. Beyond that, Dev is someone who knows what he wants to do the rest of his life. And that's and he's on a journey to achieve that. It's a really wonderful thing, considering that he is one of the youngest person in our lot. Dev, the stage is yours. Dev, Toastmaster Dev, yes, we can. Yes, we can.
We always dream of achieving our goal with great enthusiasm, won't we? It is so much that even while seeing the Vishu Kani in today's morning, by the way, happy Vishu to everyone, we would have prayed to God saying that, see, today I've seen the best thing on this wonderful occasion. So whatever goals I have, it should be successfully completed before this year. Be it reducing your weight or completing a path and pathways or getting into a company, whatever may be. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. As the evaluator has mentioned, this is my second speech where I'm going to tell you about the experience of the project which I did. But since most of you are new, have not listened to my earlier speech, let me take some time to explain my project plan. What was it? During 2020-21, I was the Division H Program Quality Manager, which basically means that I have to ensure that all the members in the Division H are having the interest and the motivation to stay in Toastmaster. That was my high-level goal. And my division director said, on a numbers way, this term, the number of clubs we have is 16, and it should remain 16 or it should go beyond it. And the number of members we have in our division is around 300, and it should be remaining 300 or more than that. It should not go back. This was the objective goal of it. And what we decided as a plan is to ensure that we keep the members engaged and motivated throughout the tenure by conducting various contests and training sessions. And I was the person behind it to do that. And as part of this project, we had a very interesting contest. We organized a debate contest, Division H debate contest. That was my high-level leadership project as well. We had successfully completed the project. So how I did the project is what I'm going to talk about. The project debate contest was two parts. One is intra-area debate contest and then inter-area debate contest. So we had 4 areas in our division. So every area has 2 teams. We had a contest within that area and we brought the winner out of it. And then we had the inter-area contest. How was the contest? It was a great success. Did we meet the objective? Yes. The guidance committee behind this contest was myself, the Division H director, and the 4 area directors. There were more than 120 participants in the 2 contests. 85 members contested, and there were 8 different teams, 4 different areas, and there were 1 winner. To just little bit elaborate on to that, let me share my screen to just show you exactly what happened on that event. Let me know if you can see my screen. Yes. So to start with, everybody worked for this contest relentlessly with great zeal. As you can see, the speaker, the poster was designed by our program quality manager myself, as well as one of the area director, saying that this is what the debate contest is all about. And with this contest, we not only took the help of Division H people. As you know, the debate is something new to everyone. So we brought the best mind who are expert in debate from all over the world, across Toastmasters clubs in India as well as outside India, to be part of this contest, to contribute something or the other in this contest. And just to tell you some of the interesting debate topics which we had, let me go to the poster, which will tell about the topics which you have. If you can see my screen, it was not an easy topic. It's not a school level topic where anybody can speak. It was quite a tough topic. For example, if you take the debate 3, which was between area H3 and H4, as we told them, every team has to come up with their own names. As you can see, dogmatic debaters, resolute articulators, coherent contenders. Just ensure that we keep the participant engaged. They were really thinking for a couple of days or 1 week to give a best name for their team. And the debate topics were really decided by us by law, with a lot of deliberation, with a lot of people, to ensure that it should be difficult and it should not be as more difficult so that they cannot speak. Like, for example, if you take testing on animals for research should be banned. The topic is such that everybody can speak on it. This is what we did. Going to the whole rules of this contest, little bit detailing if I want to give you. As I told you, we had the team members joining in. We had a winner from each area coming up, and we had that winner competing with each other for the semi-finals. And once the loser, who loses the semi-finals, we didn't lose them in the contest. We just still had the 3rd place contest. So overall, there were 1, 2, 3, 4 as a team. And there were best debater. We want to really motivate someone who has really done well individually in that whole team event. And what we saw as an outcome was a fantastic result. Everybody was interested to know more about debate. And did we meet the objective? Yes. The club did grow. The members did grow. They retained. And there was a new college club that was formed right after this contest. That was the impact. But is the sailing so smooth? The answer is no. As you know, any project plan will not have a smooth sailing. We did had a lot of challenges. And just want to highlight 2 main challenges faced. Challenge number 1. As you know, the debate is new to everybody. They were excited, but they really don't know how to debate or how to win the contest. Most of the participants came back to me and said, what is that we could speak so that we can win the contest? A real challenge. If it is a speech contest, everybody can speak because most of us speak in the club, but debate, no. So what we did to handle this problem is, we had conducted various sessions to tell about the debate, how it happens, explain the judging criteria, how we are going to judge you, and what is the really thing that we look into you. But not only that, There is one club in Kerala which is exclusively for debate called as Kerala Debate Club. They have meeting every week, and we ensure that these participants are pushed to that meeting for at least 1 month to just give a hands-on on what is a debate and how it really happened. And guess what? It really helped. They were getting the knowledge out of it. Challenge number 2. This was the most difficult challenge, and even I would say I don't know how to react to it. Just 1 week before the contest, Kerala Debate Club was the one who was supposed to host the contest. And one of the area director came to me and said, Dave, because of the, I would say, politics between two top level people in Toastmasters, maybe a district director and a past district director, I don't want to name them. They said that Kerala Debate Club is invalid and this club cannot host this contest. This came to me just 1 week before the contest. You can imagine, this is a real challenge. A person who is supposed to host the contest are no longer valid to host the contest. Guess what? We did handle it. We just thought, which other club in Division H can handle it? And the Kerala Toastmaster easily raised the hand. And luckily for me, most of the members in Kerala Debate Club were also the dual members of Kerala Toastmasters Club. And within 1 week, the host smoothly handed over to the other club, and they successfully completed the event with a great seal, I would say. Fellow Toastmasters, I love it when a plan comes together, but this doesn't happen always. As a leader, the efficiency is proved by the way you handle the challenges, the way you remain composed when the execution deviates out of your plan and still deliver that project successfully. At this point, as already the red card showed, I want to end up with few beautiful quotes which I love. Number 1 is, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And the second quote I want to tell is, a ship in the harbor is safe, but it is not built for that purpose. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dave. What a wonderful speech. And of course, plans are just plans, and it is bound to fail. That's why we have project managers and all these management professionals. But the quotes that you have shared that summarize what you have wanted to convey in a more beautiful manner. And it is really a beautiful speech with a lot of takeaways. How we can, look for risk and what we need to do when something unexpected happens. Thank you, Dave. So we will get on with our meeting, and next segment is table topics. Before that, so our hero Rosian lives in Western Ghats, and he wanted to perfect his art, and he wanted to give that piece of art, the best piece of art that he produces to God, if God appears to. That's the benchmark he sets against himself. What is it that he is after? Western Ghats, in a hilly area inside a forest, he is preparing arak, an alcoholic beverage, which is predominantly available in southern India. He is an arak creator, who is famous in that area, in all the surrounding villages. People are really happy and really satisfied. All the people who consume the alcohol that he produces are happy that he is the best in the business. But our hero is not happy. There is something missing inside him. But nobody understands him, because the sellers would come and tell him that, see, you are not preparing Devamridam. It's after all arak. Just add some chemicals and bring us more bottles. But our hero is very much adamant, and he never deviates from the principles and values that his father instilled in him. Yes, his father was also an Arak producer. So there are a lot of pressures from all the sellers, but he still maintains and prepares Arak in the most traditional manner by using all the natural ingredients. Let us stop here and now get into table topics. Today we have a very interesting person who really summarized what I wanted to convey with her artistic skills and why she is into that. Bettino is working as a software developer in H&R Toastmasters for the past 5 years, and she is into Toastmasters for the past 3 years. Let me welcome Bettino to conduct the table topic session. Bettino, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prakash. I'll share my screen right away.
You can give a brief introduction about this.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
screen is visible.
Welcoming you all to the table topic session. So as you all know, this is the best part of the Toastmaster session. And here I'll be displaying topics, very simple topics that align with the theme. And you're free to go ahead and speak for 1 to 2 minutes on the same topic. You'll be shown a red card at around 2 minutes, after which you'll have to wrap up your topic. This session is free to be joined by the guests as well. So I'm welcoming all of you to go ahead and speak as and when I show the topics. I'll be asking for volunteers, and believe me, the topics are all very simple, very easier, and everything aligns with the theme of the session as well. So can we have our first volunteer? Do we have any volunteers?
But I can do.
Hi, Radhika. Do you want to pick a number, or can I just go ahead and choose 2? You're free to pick a number. You're on mute.
Please choose it for me. I'm good.
Yeah. So I'll pick 5 for you. So the theme of today's session is that if you have ever done something purely for personal satisfaction, but then if you're doing it for your personal satisfaction, how do you even know that you're improving? How do you even measure progress? How do you measure progress when you are pursuing a skill for personal satisfaction? Over to you, Toastmaster Radhika.
Thank you, table topic masters. Sertino. The topic of the day itself is very interesting. Mayappan, the illusionary gold. When we are pursuing something out of our passion, and this is again like chasing the Mayappan man. It is not tangible. The results may not be tangible because we do not have a yardstick to measure it, especially because this is for our personal satisfaction. So how do you measure that? And from my personal experience, when I'm pursuing a hobby, I have developed one now when I'm in this different city, and in the summer I have started putting plants in my balcony, and that too during summer. So the plants need continuous nurturing, and I do not have any other goal, but I thought it's a good thing to have a little sprout of green in my balcony, so I'll be able to look at it and be happy every morning. So, but when I started doing it, I realized that it needs tender love and care, my favorite word again. So I had to spend some time every morning. I have to take care of it. So what I have done is, I thought, okay, I will not be able to measure the success of this passion unless I see small sprouts popping up, flowers popping up, even when in the summer heat, it is growing. So the nurturing and the new leaves and the new flowers gives me the sense of satisfaction, and it is considered as a measure of my success in pursuing this passion, like chasing the illusionary gold, my upon man. But it is worth it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Radhika. As you rightly said, you don't even have to measure it since it is purely for your personal satisfaction. I'll share my screen once again. And do we have any volunteers this time?
I can go, but this is Jisha here.
Yeah, hi, Toastmaster Trisha. Can you pick a number? Except 5.
I'll take 9.
9, yes. This is something that I like. So I draw, as I said, I draw so much and I post it on my Instagram. And some days I would have spent like 30, 40 hours drawing something. And people don't seem to like it so much. Some 50 people like it. And then I draw something quickly in an hour or half an hour, and like 200 people like it. And I really want to go tell them, see, the other one is what I really enjoyed. The other one is what I really liked. You guys go and comment on that picture. So I feel like social media has really affected my sense of personal satisfaction, because I don't feel satisfied until sometimes I don't feel satisfied until they also like my favorite work. So what do you think? Does social media affect one's sense of personal satisfaction? What it was, Master Trisha?
Yeah, but I mean, it's an era where social media is impacting a lot of things. And I have a kid who is so much engrossed in mobile and laptop and all those things of social media. So definitely, social media has impacted a lot of things. And if I look back, I belong to my childhood era of where we had only just one Doordarshan, and once in a day we get to see something. So taking from that era to an era where we have everything available 24 hours, and so comparing that, I'm comparing to what how my childhood was, where we spend most of our time outside playing and enjoying nature, and to this era which is only engrossed in mobile and laptop and what is happening on social media. So there definitely social media does impact our perspective and how we see the things. So that is my perception. And it would be better if children find zeal in going out and playing and finding new passions, and something like how you showed, doing drawing, and so that would be much more better than engrossed in the mobile and laptop. So this is what I wanted to continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Trisha. You rightly said everything that I had been feeling. I'll share my screen once again. And can we have some more volunteers?
Yeah, this is Sreejith.
Yeah. Hi, Sreejith. Can you
Sure.
pick a number?
Number 2.
2. This is the main crux of today's theme. Do you think there is value in pursuing a skill purely for personal satisfaction? Do you even think there is any value in doing that? Over to you, Toastmaster Sreejith.
Sure. I'm an IT software developer by profession, but my passion is robotics. So I started coding, but later I realized that I wanted to make something which is tangible, which I can show to the people, like moving robots. Or I started with Arduino and the Raspberry Pis. So Arduino, like these are moving robots with the wheels and all. Then I realized that it can only move and do certain things. Later I added like more technology into that, like visual recognition, so that it can see, identify the people and all those things. So that I did develop it. So what are the values which I could see? The first one is a passion. I realized that when I was coding, okay, I was doing it for a company. They gave me some work. There is a project plan involved, and I used to deliver it. But when I started developing this the toys or the tools using robotics, I could see passion in it. So I understood the meaning and nobody told me what to do. It was coming from me that this is what I want to do. And I think the personal satisfaction I gained from that, it was really great. And back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sreejith. And I believe that it is only when you actually do something for yourself, you understand how you really feel about it, than for a company, than for an employer. And I'll share my screen again.
Nataraja, would you like to give it a try?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Can you pick a number, Nataraja?
I'll go for 10.
10. This is something else that is again interesting. Personal satisfaction versus external validation. I am someone who, even though I say that I continue drawing for myself, I also do it for external validation. I like it when people tell me that I am a good artist and that they love my art. And that's something that gives me more pleasure than the times that I draw for myself. So how do you feel about the whole thing? Personal satisfaction versus external validation. Over to you, guest Nataraj.
Sorry. Personal satisfaction is something that we do for ourselves that gives us the satisfaction. And when you do it something for yourself and you get the satisfaction out of it, it's something else. Nowadays I'm playing cricket for myself since I'm 40 plus. None of the clubs in Trivandrum is accepting old middle-aged people for playing cricket and all. So I started looking for clubs in and around Trivandrum. But finally, one of my friends in near to Parasal asked me to come over there and said we can play cricket with my friends. But that also did not happen well because it was on Sundays night at 8 p.m. They play in a turf there. So that also got ruled out because it will be like 11 or 12 in the night when I return back home. So that option, I ruled it out. And finally, what I did is I started playing with my son. I cleared a ground near my home. It's a property of a neighbor. So we cleared the ground and started playing there. And a couple of his friends also joined us. So that's how we formed our own club here near to my home. So that I did for personal satisfaction. External validation is something when I was playing for my college cricket team. So I used to play for our classes, our own class. And then when people appreciate how we are playing, so how we can improve. So some people give suggestions on how we can improve ourselves in the field. So, that is something outside ourselves. So that gives that's like validating ourselves, and they give good encouragement also. So yeah, that's it. Thank you all.
Thank you, Nataraj. Even though playing with your son and his friends is your last resort, your son is going to look back and cherish this memory every time that he played with his father and his friends. Toastmaster Prakash, do we have time for some more? Or should we wrap up the
Yes.
session?
Yes, we have time for. You can. Arya, would you like to?
Hi, Arya.
Sure, sir, but do I need someone else to count us and us?
Yeah, we will do that.
Yeah, okay then, sir. Sure, I'll go.
Toastmaster Arya, do you want to pick a number?
No, you can pick it on.
Yeah, so I'll go for 4.
Okay.
The grass is always greener on the other side. So every time we do something, we feel like if we have that, I'll feel better. or if I have this, I'll feel better. And when you achieve that, you realize that no, the previous thing was far better than the one. Say, suppose you have long hair and all that you want is a short one. And if then you cut your hair and you want, and you can't wait to go back to growing a long hair. So have you ever felt like the grass is greener on the other side? And what did you feel like when you actually went to the other side? What are your Toastmaster, Arya?
Okay, so good afternoon, all. And this is something that I have always felt throughout my life, like the grass is greener on the other side. For example, I'll be taking my case as well. And as after completing my graduation, I really wanted to go do something which is very passionate for me, and so I chose MBA as well. And I thought I'll be yeah, very good at it and I can perform it well. But since when I got into MBA, then I came to know that it's not very easy. It's not like there are a lot of presentations to do, and you have to be very active. You have to do a lot of assignments, and the exams. Oh my God, the exams are so frustrating. Like you have a lot to study, and it was kind of very hectic. Then I thought, oh my God, why did I choose MBA? Shouldn't I have gone for something like MCOM or something? But as time passed, I came to know that okay, I can do things like after completing my semester exams, first sem and second sem, I came to know that okay, you can do things. So yeah, of course, sometimes you feel the grass is always greener on the other side, but when you be here on this side and you continuously work for it, you can make the grass greener here itself. So thank you. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, Arya. We're glad you learned to identify the green on your side as well. And I think we'll go for at least one more topic. Do we have anybody else who hasn't spoken
I
it?
would like to go, but no.
I couldn't get who that was.
Dev.
Okay, hi Dev. Do you want to pick a number?
Number 1.
Number 1. I'm sorry, that is actually the title. You'll have to pick something else other than that.
Number 2.
2 is gone. We'll go for 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4 anything.
Yes. All that glitters is not gold. Sometimes you think you need this for your personal satisfaction, and then you go ahead and achieve it, and then realize that it is not as glittering as you felt like it was. Have you ever felt like all that glitters is not gold? Over to you, Toastmaster Dev.
First of all, why I took this opportunity is to really appreciate you, because usually in table topic we generally go and check in Google and give the topic. But here I feel that what you had as a question, you want to ask people. So you had something in your mind, 10 different questions to ask, and you are asking people to that. I really take this as a unique thing in Toastmaster and appreciate that. So going to your question, all that glitters is not gold. Answer is definitely yes, because most of time in our life, we chase begin something. Like for example, I want to buy house at this point of time, or I want to buy car at this point of time, or I want to showcase to the world in social media and get as many likes as possible. But once you reach there, maybe you feel that is this journey worth, or are we really happy? Most of the time we feel like that, because I have felt like that. I feel like when I buy a bike and ride it on the road at 100 kilometers per hour, I feel that is my ultimate happiness. But once I achieve that, it becomes slowly that I don't take care of my bike at all, or let's say it is still in my parking, but I didn't care about it anymore. Same is the case with our profession as well. Like once we want to be, like for example, the next level of promotion, you want to do something bigger and better, we always strive to it. But once you reach there, you feel that no, it is not good. It is so much tiring. It is really so much of work is required to do that. Even coming to a social or personal life, or social life, let us say in Toastmaster, we want to give like, no, we want to be active in Toastmaster. We want to come and join every meeting and do something. But when you start doing that, maybe sometimes we feel monotonous and bored, and you feel like why we are doing that. But always remember, it is not the end result that matters, right? So what I feel is the journey that you take to achieve that goal, that is what the lesson, what we want to learn, the process of doing that. You want to become a best developer in the country, you want to be the best speaker in the world, it won't give you happiness when you reach there, but the process, what you do to reach there, and the experience you get out of it, the challenges you face on how you overcome it. Like for how you told, you had a painting and people are not liking it. That is a challenge you faced, and how you overcome it, or how you aligned yourself so that you are not disturbed by it. So the end journey of achieving that goal is what the happiness is, I feel. Thank you. Back to you, TT Master. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dave. That was a wonderful speech. Um, do we have
Yeah.
time for more? Or
Yeah,
should we
Bettina,
wrap
you
up?
have a lot of time. At least we can go for 2 more topics if you have.
Yeah, please. So I'll share it again.
Geetha?
So, hi, Toastmaster Geetha. So we'll go ahead and cover all the topics that have not been covered yet. So the fourth one is covered, I believe. Fifth one is done. Six, okay. What is that one thing you wish for that you believe will make your life feel complete? So we all have that one thing. We believe like our life is almost set, and there is only one thing more. And once you do that, then your life is going to be perfect, is what we feel. But then when you achieve it, you realize there is one more thing that you want to make your life feel complete. So if your life is, if you're feeling like your life is almost set, what is that only one thing that you want to make it perfect? What do you, Toastmaster Geetha?
I can volunteer for as a timer.
Yes, I am doing that. Thank you, Bettina, for the topic given. One thing, if I am given, it would be complete. Okay. That is very good topic. But in practical, when you say that, we have to think of, or in a diagnostic way, we have to look what we are now. Then only it makes sense of what is to be added to make it perfect. So let me give an example with my drawing itself. If you draw one thing, for example, a picture, you go on doing, you take suggestions from other people, you have your own thoughts. Next day, you come with another perspective that you can do it in another way. It goes on like that. At some point in that space, you have to complete that picture. But if you look at the real life, is there a point called perfection? I would say that perfection is not an ultimate thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Geetha. Perfection is not an ultimate thing. That is something I should really instill into my mind. And can we have somebody else to cover the remaining topic? Prakash, why don't you go next?
Yeah, I think I can take the topic, but you need to speak.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
We
It's a
didn't
visual
get
present to
to
you.
hear Jisha also.
Sorry, Radhika?
No, sorry, I got it wrong.
Okay. Yeah. Can you, what is the next topic, Bettina?
What drives you to constantly improve and master a particular area in life?
Yeah. Maybe can you just take this table topic and speak about it?
So I should speak. That is nice. So yeah, I'll speak about it. What drives me to constantly improve and master a particular area in life? To be honest, I have this sense that I know it is not very healthy, but I have this feeling that I had to be the best. I feel so sad when I become the second best in something. So for that reason, I constantly try to improve myself in all walks, in everything that I do, be it the development that I do in my job or the art I do. So that's something that I have it within myself, where I try to become a best of the anything that I do. But there are really so many downsides for the same. I would call one as I had given just 3 speeches in Toastmasters. Now, when I speak, you will think that I'm a very active Toastmasters and I would complete so many levels in Toastmasters. But I've only given 3 speeches, and people loved all the 3 speeches. And now that I have set a standard to myself, I'm not able to go ahead and give us a normal speech, a mediocre speech. I am trying to create something perfect, create an amazing speech that will that will also impress people, that I am not even able to move ahead to a level 2. I'm constantly pushing myself trying to do it. My president Maria George is constantly behind my back asking me to do something, do any speech that would get to the next level, and that's how you move, that's how you progress. So here I am trying to improve myself, trying to master something, become exceptional, that I am stuck in level 1. So I would say that from personal experience, I would say that maybe we shouldn't try to be masters of everything. Maybe we should just go ahead and do it for the fun of doing it, for the experience of doing it, rather than expecting what is going to be coming out of it, what is the outcome of it, what be other people's reactions of it. So yeah, that is something I really wanted to tell you guys. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Prakash, for this opportunity. I really did not expect that you would make me speak for my own topic.
Thank you. That was a wonderful take on that topic.
And
I think we will stop. I think if everyone has covered.
You are
Yeah,
not
sure.
covered.
Yeah, Prakash is not
I
covered. I
am
really want
speaking.
Toastmaster Prakash to be talking on one of the topics. Yes, this one is a good one. Ever had a personal hobby turn into a profession? Have you ever had one, or do you think about turning one, or have you seen anybody else doing it? Over to you, Toastmaster Prakash.
Yes, definitely. Thanks for that topic. But full topic. But yeah, to be honest, I did not turn any of my hobbies. I think I have this short-lived hobbies. Maybe and it's mostly associated with nature. Maybe I go for a walk into the woods and I take a photo of clouds. I love seeing the different structures, the paintings of clouds. And I did stone balancing for quite some time, maybe as a stress buster during COVID. And maybe I have the same thought that you highlighted. I just wanted to give the perfect version of anything that I create, but I know that I will not be able to do it. So I, put it off till the last moment, and the last moment I know I have to somehow deliver something. So just at the neck of the moment, I produce something. Yeah, whether I have seen people doing it, yes. I think the best example that we have right now is here at Toastmaster there is an example of someone who is trying to convert his passion into a profession. So that's one person. Then yeah, I think I have seen quite a lot of people who have been getting into that. And one of the person is I used to work with him actually in Chennai. He's now a still photographer in movie industry, Tamil film industry. So he started going for these photo walks. We have these photo walks in Chennai. So he kept on going for that, and eventually he converted his passion into profession. So I have seen so many people, but unfortunately, no, I did not have any hobbies that I turned into profession, and I'm not sure whether I'll turn anything into profession. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prakash, for sharing your experiences. And with that, we'll wrap up the table topic session. And thank you all for sharing all your life experiences. We got to know so much about all of you. And thank you so everybody for all that. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Prakash.
Thank you. Thank you, Betno. Like Dave mentioned, it was really, the questions were right from heart, and it really helped everyone to come up and talk about it. Thanks for that. And the theme that I was talking about, our hero who lives in a village, not a village, a forest in Western Ghats, and he is into arak preparation. And he wanted to produce the best arak that he always, and he always have problems with the sellers of arak because they force him to prepare a lot of bottles, but he could not because he follows the values and principles that he has. Now, once a seller would come to him and ask him to produce 70 bottles, and with all the natural ingredients, our hero would be able to produce only 20 bottles. He has all these arak preparation, small units of arak preparation going on. And he has a verbal fight with the seller, and finally the seller leaves him alone, saying that the hero tells him that, I don't know, I cannot tell you what exactly is this, but there is something missing in me. I just wanted to create something. I just wanted to create the best thing, in your own words, maybe the Devamridam. I wanted to prepare it so that if God appears before me, I would give it to him because that's the best that I have. So the seller leaves him alone and he goes away. At midnight, the hero hears some drops coming out of one of his units, and he suddenly wakes up and goes there. Yeah, there is drops of arak falling into a bowl that he kept below that unit. He touches that and he tastes that and he realizes that yes, this is it. This is the perfect arak that I wanted to produce. This is the Devamridam. He wanted to shout from the bottom of his heart and he wanted to wake up everyone. His sidekick was sleeping on a tree, the small makeshift wooden home, tree house. But then he decides that no one is going to understand this because they think I already produces the best arak. So he just waits there for another 4 hours and he finally takes that bowl and he goes to a rock and he sits there and he started consuming that arak, the Devamridam that he produced finally. It was a full moon day. He started having conversation with the moon and he calls the moon to come and give him a company. He felt like he became so intoxicated and he felt like he's sitting on a flower. And all of a sudden he realizes that the moon is sitting very much close to him. And he started talking to the moon. And with his intoxication into that moment, he realized that it's not a moon. It's the eyes of a tiger. But he sits there without any fears because he achieved what he wanted to achieve. He is satisfied now. So he surrenders himself into that moment. This is actually a story written by one of the prominent writers in Tamil Nadu, Jayamohan. So the story had a lot of things going on me. On the one hand, there were a lot of logical questions. How do you justify someone wants to create the best arak on the logical front, right? And gives to God? Does not make any sense. I had this lot of logical things going on and I was struggling to find an answer to that. But then I thought about, okay, this is my personal reasoning. You might not be, you might not be justified with these answers. Then I thought, okay, if beer brewing and wine tasting and wine preparation is considered an art, why can't Arya? So I was able to convince and justify myself with that answers. I thought that was it. But then maybe perhaps the author really wanted to ask that question, start walking. What is it? What is the illusionary goal? What is the mayapun that you are looking in your life? That is the emotional question. Right? Perhaps that's what the author wanted to ask you beyond all the layers of logical things. We will get into that. Before that, let us do our evaluation. Let me now invite Toastmaster Disha to do the evaluation. Toastmaster Disha, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prakash. Now, help me welcome the evaluator, Toastmaster Radhika, to evaluate Dev's speech. Toastmaster Radhika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Disha. Can I have the timings, or I can go ahead with the feedback?
I should read the entire report or only the Dev's report?
Yes, just for Dev, please.
Dev took 9 minutes, 16 seconds.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Geetha. So coming to the evaluation of Dev's speech. So we all know that, Dev is a very good articulator. He speaks well, he expresses and communicates his thoughts across. And what I really liked about his speech today, the clarity of the plan, goal, and objective. And then he was explaining how did he do it. There was a lot of learning, best practice sharing, and he used props also, the deck, and all that. Highly engaging, not just the highlight, but the lowlights also. And so, the tiff between the Kerala Debate Club and Kerala Toastmasters Club and how he achieved the resolution, all that came across very powerful. And I loved it. And I also loved his quotes. Go fast. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. But there were a couple of missing links. One was, in the beginning of the speech, he mentioned he had an objective of handling 16 clubs and 300 members, and I was eagerly waiting for the outcome. What was the conclusion? Did he achieve it? Did he exceed it? So that is still an open-ended thing. There was no conclusion. Otherwise, it was a perfect speech. I noticed that the time was exceeded, so you may have to repeat it. But the crux was powerful. You have to concise it. And that would be a perfect speech in this case. Thank you very much. And over to you, General Evaluator Disha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Radhika, for explaining those points very clearly. And mentioning the open-end questions that is still there and coming up with a few. And however, Dev's speeches is something that we all look forward to. So this was also one of those speeches. Next, we'll hear from the Grammarian. Grammarian who will be listening for good uses of the language as well as points for improvement. Can we have the Grammarian's report?
Yes. Thank you, General Evaluator. As a grammarian, I have two roles. The first one is monitor the word of the day usage. The word of the day Zeal was used by Radhika and Jisha. And good word usages, Prakash had a couple of words, including perfecting the art, seasoned public speaker. And Arya had word usage of sprout of the grain, which I felt that it's good. And Bettino had a cherished memory, Medicore speech, and Balaji had a couple of words for, in fact, gods like ship in the harbor is safe, but not built for that purpose. Yeah, overall, I think it was a good session. And back to you, General Value.
So the R counter was been tracking the uses of verbal pauses, R's and Ums. That comes. So next is our R counters report.
Yeah, so coming to the counters report, the first speech was done by Dave, Toastmaster Dave, and Dave used R for more than 3 times and more than 3 times, and there was a repeat word which was that was, and I really liked the way how he presented the speech. Like he had a small pause in between, but he didn't use any filler words. So it was I like the way how he did it. And coming to Toastmaster Radhika, R was used more than 3 times, used more than 3 times, and her favorite word was so. And coming to Toastmaster Jisha, R was used more than 3 times, and there was a repeat word, which is all those. In coming to Toastmaster Sreejith, R was used just 2 times, and the favorite word was like. It was used for 3 times. And coming to Dave again for the table topic, actually I'm surprised that he didn't use much of any filler words for the table topic section compared to the prepared speech. So just there was only 1 hour in between. And Toastmaster, but you know, there were not many filler words in your speech, and just R was used 2 times. That's all. And coming to Toastmaster Prakash, R was used more than 3 times, and your favorite word was you know, and which was used more than 3 times. And so now I'll be presenting my report as well. So I used R for more than 3 times, and like Toastmaster Prakash, my favorite word was you know. And yeah, that's the R counters report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Arya. It is important to get our messages across in the allowed time, and for the meeting to run according to the schedule, our timer, Toastmaster Geetha, will now report on how we have done with the time. Toastmaster Geetha.
Evaluator. For the prepared speech by Toastmaster Dave, he took 9 minutes, 16 seconds. But for the table topics, all these speakers limited their remarks within 3 minutes of time. This is the entire report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha. Now, just for the general evaluation, I have a couple of points. Our meeting started little over the time, like it went 2 or 3 minutes above. We started at 11:07, so which was little over the time. And regarding the other things, I think we have performed in well, even the speech and all the other sessions, table topic. It was all interesting session, and we did it very well. And especially on a holiday and on an auspicious occasion, we are all assembled here for a purpose, and so that's something that that's worth mentioning, that we are here even on a holiday and taking our time for our Toastmasters, you know, our target to achieve on Toastmaster and the purpose that we are here for. So this is all I had from my end. Over to you, Toastmaster Prakash.
Thank you, Toastmaster and team, for that really wonderful evaluation. Yeah, so I was able to convince all the logical questions that are raised with somewhat justification that I have. But the emotional question, the question which touched the emotion, maybe the one the author wanted to truly, to truly answer, that's still there. what is the one thing that you care about beyond money and fame? What is one thing that you are striving to achieve just for the sake of your own personal satisfaction? What is the one thing that you want to give it to God when suddenly He appears before Him? I think this is a question that we all can ask ourselves. What is it? What is the one thing that I wanted to be really good at? What is the one thing that I wanted to pursue? I think we have a really wonderful examples from our own Toastmasters who talked about how they are into perfecting their art. Kudos to them. I am on a course to learn about it, but I would suggest you to look at your life as well and just look at what is it one thing that you want to do. With that thought, let me hand over the control back to President. That's me again. So thanks everyone for this wonderful session. As Disha mentioned, even on a holiday, we are able to get this much Toastmasters coming and joining in this meeting. Really great, and thanks to all of you. And we have a guest today, Toastmaster Nataraj. I would like to, ask you your feedback. You can just give your feedback. That would be good.
Yeah, sure. So actually, I felt the session was really good. What I'm looking forward is to have to improve myself as a better public speaker, and I do have presentations now and then in my office. So I want to do better presentations going forward and speak better in group meetings. So that's what I'm expecting, and I think I have come to the right place. So,
thank you, Nataraj. We can speak after the meeting. Bettina, Toastmaster Bettina, would you like to share your feedback?
Yes, this is actually the first time I'm actually joining a session outside my club. So when it was last minute yesterday, Maria George asked me if I could simply go ahead and take up the Toastmaster table topic master role because she knows I love it. And I really love how you all volunteered very quickly, because in my club that's something that we'll have to push people because they're all busy with people, like we do it in the middle of a work day, and they're also very new to Toastmasters, and it is very rare that you get so many voluntary speakers. And one thing that I'm learning from this club is how you take up the theme throughout the meeting. So that's something I have always been worried about in my meetings, because in my meeting I give I explain the theme in the first 2 minutes, and then it is the usual Toastmasters meeting with no relevance to the theme. But I liked how you took a story and you passed it in between for different sessions, and I really liked how the flow of the meeting as such. Yeah, and it was really wonderful experience meeting you all. Now, I'm actually leaving H&R Block in a week, so this is probably going to be my last meeting in this area. So yeah, so I'll probably be joining another Toastmasters club very soon. So I really wish that you invite me in your Toastmasters meeting as and whenever there is requirement. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bettina. You are welcome to join our club if you are in Technopark.
No, I'm actually moving to Bangalore, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. And I think first of all, thank you for joining our meeting, and it's a really wonderful way of tackling these table topics. Thanks for that. Toastmaster Arya, would you like to give your feedback?
Yes, of course. So this is my second meeting in regarding Technopark Toastmasters meeting. So yeah, everything went well like the last time, and this time also I really like the theme which you selected. That is the my one. It was a very interesting theme, all the speeches and things we go to know many things that which we don't open up in our in our normal what normal talk time with friends and all. So yeah, the theme was very good. I really liked the theme, and all the members were very active, and they had something to put in for the team. And yeah, that's it. I'm looking forward to join the other meetings as well. So thank you.
You're always welcome, Arya. Thanks for joining. And there is only one announcement that I wanted to make. We have our newsletter coming, and we are planning to roll out in next 3 to 4 days. So I would urge all of you to contribute one article at least, maybe something that you have already written in LinkedIn. You can share that with us so that we can use it in our newsletter. So yeah, with that, thanks for joining this meeting once again. And as the president of Technopark Toastmasters Club, let me officially conclude this meeting. Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.